In the year 1970, a strange and disturbing incident happened in Norway, a peaceful country in northern Europe. A woman was found dead in a lonely mountain valley near the city of Bergen. She had no known name, no confirmed identity, and no clear past. No one knew where she came from or why she was there. Even after many years of investigation, her true story remains unknown. This case became famous around the world and is called the Isdal Woman. It is a real and true incident, not a fictional story, and it remains unsolved to this day. The place where the woman was found is called Isdal Valley, which means Ice Valley. It is a cold, rocky, and isolated area surrounded by hills and forests. Local people considered it dangerous and avoided going there. The ground is uneven and the weather can change quickly. It is not a place where people normally go for rest or relaxation. This makes the discovery of the woman's body even more mysterious. On November 29, 1970, a man and his two young daughters were hiking in Isdal Valley. While walking, they noticed a strong and unusual smell in the air. As they moved closer, they saw something dark lying among the rocks. Soon they realized it was a human body. The body was badly burned. Shocked and frightened, they quickly left the area and informed the police. When the police arrived at the scene, they found the body of a woman lying on her back. Her body, face, and hands were severely burned. This made identification very difficult. Near her body, the police found several strange items. These included empty sleeping pill bottles, a plastic water bottle, a spoon, a watch, and burned pieces of clothing. Some of these items looked carefully placed, not scattered. This detail raised immediate questions. The police took the body to a hospital for examination. Doctors and experts studied the body carefully. They discovered that the woman had taken a large amount of sleeping pills before her death. They also found soot in her lungs, which meant she was still breathing while the fire was burning. This showed that she did not die before the fire started. She was alive during the fire. Based on this, police concluded that the cause of death was a mix of sleeping pill overdose and smoke inhalation. However, how and why this happened was not clear. From the beginning, there were two main possibilities: suicide or murder. The strange details surrounding her life made both options difficult to confirm. As the investigation continued, police began learning more about the woman's movements before her death. They found that she had stayed in many hotels in Norway, especially in the city of Bergen. What shocked investigators was that she used different names at each hotel. These names were later proven to be fake. None of them were real identities. Hotel staff remembered her well. She was described as well-dressed, polite, and quiet. She often paid in cash, never with credit cards or checks. She sometimes changed rooms suddenly without giving a reason. She also avoided talking about her personal life. She seemed very careful and secretive. In some hotels, staff noticed that she removed labels from her clothes. Clothing labels can show where clothes were made or sold. Removing them made it harder to trace her movements or origin. This behavior suggested careful planning and awareness. Police searched the hotel rooms she had stayed in. Inside, they found many unusual items. These included wigs, makeup, sunglasses, foreign money, and notebooks. The notebooks contained strange writing that looked like codes. The words and letters did not form normal sentences. Experts believed they were coded messages, possibly used to hide information. One of the most mysterious discoveries was her passport. The passport looked official but was fake. It contained false names and false stamps from different countries. Some stamps looked real, but investigators later learned that some of them were forged. This meant that someone had taken time and effort to create a convincing false identity. Witnesses also said the woman spoke many languages. Hotel staff and shopkeepers reported hearing her speak German, French, and English. Sometimes her accent changed. This is unusual and suggested she might have received special training. Most people speak languages with consistent accents. Another strange fact was related to her fingerprints. Due to the fire, police could not collect clear fingerprints. However, some experts believed her fingerprints might have been damaged intentionally before her death. If this is true, it strongly suggests she wanted to hide her identity at all costs. During the investigation, police interviewed many people. Some witnesses said they had seen her walking alone near military areas. Others remembered her studying maps or writing notes. One hotel worker said she saw the woman meeting with a man. They appeared serious and spoke quietly. After that meeting, the woman seemed nervous and changed rooms again. The man was never identified. At that time, the world was in the middle of the Cold War. This was a period of tension between Western countries and the Soviet Union. Spies were active across Europe, gathering information. Norway was an important country because it was close to the Soviet Union and had military bases. Bergen itself had naval facilities. Because of this, many people believe the Isdal woman may have been involved in espionage. The idea that she was a spy gained strength because of the way she lived. Fake names, fake passports, coded notes, multiple languages, wigs, and secretive behavior are often linked with intelligence work. While there is no direct proof, the evidence strongly suggests she lived a hidden and dangerous life. Despite all efforts, police could not find her real name. They published police sketches of her face and asked the public for help. These images were shown in newspapers and on television. Even with this exposure, no family member, friend, or acquaintance ever came forward. This was very unusual. Normally, someone would recognize her and report her missing. After months of investigation, Norwegian police officially stated that the case was likely suicide. They said the woman may have taken sleeping pills and then set herself on fire. However, many people were not convinced by this explanation. Suicide by fire is extremely rare and very painful. It did not match the careful and controlled behavior she showed during her life. Many experts and journalists questioned this conclusion. They asked why someone planning suicide would spend months using fake identities and hiding their past. Why would she destroy all traces of who she was? These actions seem more consistent with someone trying to avoid being identified after death, possibly because others wanted her secrets hidden. Because of these doubts, the murder theory remained strong. Some believe she was killed by another spy or intelligence agency. Others believe she was silenced because she knew too much. Another theory suggests she was forced into suicide under pressure. None of these theories could be proven. For many years, the case remained cold. Then, around 2016, Norwegian authorities decided to reopen the investigation. New scientific tools had become available. These included DNA testing, tooth analysis, and isotope testing. These methods can reveal where a person grew up based on the water and food they consumed during childhood. The new tests showed that the woman likely grew up in Central Europe, possibly in Germany, France, or Belgium. This matched the languages she spoke. Her teeth suggested she was probably born around 1930, making her about 40 years old when she died. In 2018, a radio documentary brought new attention to the case. Journalists interviewed witnesses again. Some people remembered seeing her near restricted areas. Others remembered her behavior in shops and hotels. However, even with new information, her true identity was never confirmed. The Isdal woman was buried in Norway. Her funeral was attended by police officers. She was given a respectful burial, even though no one knew her real name. Her grave does not display her identity, only that she was an unknown woman. Today, more than 50 years later, the mystery remains. Governments may still hold classified documents related to the case. If she was a spy, many details may never be released. This makes it difficult to reach a final answer. The story of the Isdal woman is important because it shows how a person can live and die without leaving a clear trace. It reminds us of the hidden world of espionage, secrecy, and fear during the Cold War. It also reminds us of the human side of mystery, a woman who lived in silence and died alone. She walked through cities, stayed in hotels, spoke many languages, and carried secrets no one could unlock. Her life was hidden. Her death was shocking. And her story continues to capture the attention of people around the world. She was real. Her death was real. But her true name and story remain a mystery.